All right, guys, here we are on Counter-Strike today because today is a very, very big day, and something big changed actually yesterday during the day to the Armory. You can see here that limited edition item, that Desert Eagle heat treated that we saw that countdown ticking down for the last like 110 days or however long it's been. We finally got to that one day left to claim this offer, and then it turned to that last chance to claim this offer. And again, as long as Valve is actually doing things on time, we are expecting that at some point today, within the next couple hours, the Desert Eagle heat treated will be removed from the Armory. We don't know what's going to come in, but we need to talk about all of that and much more in this video today. Like I said, very, very crazy day. But of course, first, just want to mention my cash trading business. If you guys are looking to sell any of your CS2 items, turn them into cold hard cash or crypto or any other payment method, definitely hit me up over on Twitter. It's going to be the first link in the description below. I'm buying pretty much anything and everything for the right price. Obviously, in 2025, I want to get those big deals done, so I'm looking to buy your whole inventory. I'm looking to buy bulk cases, knives, gloves, expensive skins, whatever. I want to help you get those big deals done safely, effectively, and efficiently, but also help support me, my channel, my content as well by selling to me, which I would appreciate a ton. With that being said, let's get right into this today. So again, here we are. Here's what we're looking at as far as the Armory. Again, this last chance to claim this offer. And I'm sure there is going to be a lot of people taking advantage of this last chance to claim this offer. One, we have heard and we do now know that there are a lot of Chinese botting farms that are taking advantage of the Desert Eagle heat treated because there are some very, very expensive, very, very valuable and highly sought after patterns out there. And when you can farm them in big numbers and you're guaranteed to get some of those blue gems and everything, it can be really, really, really exciting because obviously some of these, some of the blue gems look really, really, really cool. You have some kind of mid patterns, you have some really dope patterns, and then you have some really, really trash patterns, and a lot of these look like default deagles or look just really, really, really trash and are overall not a good use of stars, but you can get some really big ones. But also, again, with this being something limited edition, with the timer now being down to less than a day, less than 24 hours, whatever, there's going to be a ton of people buying these up. So that's going to be interesting to watch. But there's also a ton of people who are buying this because it's a cool play skin, it's easy to get a hold of, but also a lot of people who are going to be investing in these things as well. And that's obviously one thing I want to talk about and show you guys that now that we are getting to this final day, I did want to take a look at some of the different prices and where everything is actually at this final day of that Desert Eagle heat treated. We can see that right now, the factory news, the cheapest on Buff 163 are $43.88. Now I know I get this question all the time, people being like, oh, why are you still using Buff 163 to track prices, or who cares what Buff 163 says since we can't use it in the West, yada, yada, yada. It's still the most accurate and best way to price skins out there for anywhere in the markets right now because they are still doing an insane amount of volume. There is still so much trading and so much money and everything, even just only with China being able to use this website. And there's really no other website that does as good of a job or like is moving as much volume or whatever as Buff 163. So they are still very, very accurate prices. Just because we cannot actually trade on them in the West does not mean they're not still a really, really good way to track prices and price trends and everything like that. So what is crazy is we do have the Desert Eagle the Desert Eagle heat treated in factory new at $43.88 right now. I do believe that's down a little bit over the past couple weeks. We can also see that we do have the tier 1 blue gems right now sitting at $1,500, about $1,600. And then you can even get into some more specific patterns. Like I know 69 is one of the best patterns at about $2,700. I know there's a couple patterns better. There's a couple patterns that people are pumping specifically or whatever. I don't know. I think a lot of the best blue gem patterns look very, very, very similar and very, very, very much the same. Here's what this pattern 69 looks like. I mean, I don't know. That's a hell of a lot of blue to me. That looks pretty damn good. But that is sitting in factory new again at about $2,700, which is really, really, really crazy. But again, if we just go to all, we're sitting at $43 for factory new, about $6 for minimal wear, $3 for field tested, $1.44 for well worn, and $1.33 for battle scarred. But again, obviously, those patterns do matter a ton with this. And yeah, it's definitely going to be something interesting to track. As far as if I'm investing in this thing, if I'm going to be buying these, at one point, I did put in a bunch of market orders for some of these to try and see, hey, can market orders get you rare special patterns or whatever? But I do believe that's the only time that I've owned Desert Eagle heat treated. I don't plan on investing in Desert Eagle heat treated. My thing is just I'm really, really, really skeptical. You can see the overall numbers where we have 422,000 of these things created, and that is obviously just the registered ones. There's a lot of speculation and rumors and people talking about, hey, we don't even know how many of these are unregistered, even in, the best floats or even in the best patterns or blue gems or whatever. Like, there's so many people out there. There's so many people farming these. There's so many people who own these on, shady accounts or whatever. And yes, while it is good that you couldn't just, put on your credit card and buy a million of these at once, you did actually have to play the game and farm the Armory passes and farm the stars and everything. I still don't know if I believe in the Desert Eagle Heat Treated at this point. The blue gems are already so damn expensive. Like, is the blue gem 69 pattern going to be worth $10,000 in like a couple years? I don't think so. I don't think there's as much room or as much ROI to be made with the blue gems. I think they're just already so fucking expensive. And for the other skins, the other patterns that aren't blue gems, I think they just look so ass and they're so plentiful that it doesn't really make sense to me. So this is probably something that I am going to be staying away from overall, something I'm not really that excited or that interested about. But I'm definitely going to be keeping my eyes on this. I could be dead wrong. Desert Eagle Heat Treated could be an amazing investment, could be going to the moon. People could be making all this money, whatever. That's fine. I'm at peace with that. I've made my decision. I have other places I'm putting my money. I have other CS investments that I'm really, really excited about at this point. Even other stuff in the Armory that I think will probably really, really, really outperform these Desert Eagle Heat Treateds. But whatever. If you do end up investing in Desert Eagle Heat Treated, whether it's just in, any of these or if it's in the blue gems or whatever, I hope you make money. I hope it goes well. I'm really rooting for you guys. I love, when people have their own ideas, when they have their own theses and when they work out. So we'll have to wait and see. I know a lot of people have compared the Desert Eagle Heat Treated to the MP9 Lab Rats, or the MP5 Lab Rats. It's like, I guess the only other like limited edition, or what people say is the only other limited edition skin we've ever seen. But I don't really think it's a fair comparison. People have said, the Lab Rats was the other limited edition item, and the price action on this has been terrible. This is the all-time graph for the Lab Rats, where it's been down and down and down over time. But one thing to note is, again, there are about 2 million Lab Rats created as opposed to only 400,000 Desert Eagles. You also have to understand that the Desert Eagle blue gems are much more highly sought after. It seems like the Lab Rats is pattern-based. There are some different pattern stuff. I don't really know much about it, but it does seem like the blue gems are way, way, way more highly sought after. Obviously, a Deagle skin compared to an MP5 skin is a huge difference. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is necessarily a totally fair comparison. I also think it's not an accurate statement to say that we've never seen limited edition skins before, because I really think that all kinds of collection skins are limited edition skins. Yes, you can still get collection skins from doing trade-ups and stuff like that, but so many of those collection skins, you can't unbox them ever before. But the interesting thing about collection skins is not every collection skin just goes up and up and up. There's a lot of collection skins that are actually down in price based off their release. There's some collection skins that are flat, and there's some that are up 2,000%. So limited edition skins ish that we've seen previously, sometimes they go up, sometimes they don't. It depends on the demand, it depends on the supply, it depends how people care about them. And yes, I know there's a lot of people out there trying to pump up and hype up the Desert Eagle Heat Treated and say, it's like the best in class Desert Eagle or whatever, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I am a little bit skeptical. I don't really know at this point, but also I'm really excited for obviously whatever is going to be replaced by the Desert Eagle Heat Treated, which people are speculating and have a ton of different ideas of what that could be. That is going to go in this new Armory slot. I've seen people say, we're going to get the Train Collection. I've seen people say we're going to get the AK-47 Fade. There's people saying we're going to get the M4A1S Heat Treated. There's people saying we're going to get the, Op Heat Treated. There's people saying we're going to get the Shoes collection, or a limited edition Agent or Patch collection or whatever. There's all different kinds of possibilities. I'm going to be so interested and excited to see what it is. Obviously, you can see I have like 200 stars saved up. I do want to hopefully open and do a video and a stream and some content about whatever the new items are. I want to get excited. And I wasn't farming or playing enough during really this Armory pass so far, but I do think since I've been playing and farming stars and stuff, playing the game has been a lot of fun. Farming the stars has been a lot of fun. I think the Armory pass is an awesome addition to the game. I think it's a really, really profitable and rewarding way to actually, get items and get stuff from the game. I wish I had done some more Desert Eagle Heat Treated openings at some point, but again, I don't really think we knew or understood just how profitable they were until very, very recently. But again, this is your last chance. Not your last chance to ever buy or invest or start a position in Desert Eagle Heat Treated. I think you still have plenty of time to do that. And there is like an old saying in investing that's like, it's better to be late than wrong. So if you are just only worried about investing in Desert Eagle Heat Treated, you probably still have plenty of time. You probably still are going to get to see what the price developments on this end up being. They could crash. They could spike to the moon right off the bat. I don't know. But right now, I know a lot of people are excited about them. A lot of people are buying them up, and that's actually pushing the prices down a little bit. So maybe it's a good time to start buying into some of these if you do believe in them. But as far as redeeming these, as far as getting these from CS2, this is your last chance. This is the last time ever. So I have not opened up one of these just yet. I've never done an opening of these Desert Eagle Heat Treated, so I want to open up one of these for old time's sake. Maybe we'll pull a blue gem. I don't know, but I don't want to go the whole Armory. I don't want to go the whole life of CS2, my whole life, without ever being able to say I opened up one of these limited edition items. So I have 225 stars. Let's throw 25 stars on one of these Desert Eagle Heat Treated. Maybe we can get a blue gem at the very least. Maybe we can get some profit, a factory new, something like that. I don't know. Let's see what we get. Let's wrap up this video in 3, 2, 1. Minus 25 stars. Are we going to get anything decent? It looks like no. We got a pretty shit one. I don't know if this is I'm sure this is a pretty bad pattern as well. This is going to be well worn. I have no idea. You know, it looks like it's got a lot of yellow on it. Honestly, I've seen a lot more that are very, very, very black. But this does look pretty bad. It's well worn. And yeah, that's just one of the things I don't like about the Heat Treated is just how bad a lot of the bad patterns look. But I don't know. Maybe I'll be using this as a play skin or something like that. But at least now I can say I took part in this limited edition item. I took part of the Desert Eagle Heat Treated Armory Pass, and hey, maybe I'm going to hang on to this, and maybe it'll make me a little bit of money or something in the long run. Who knows? But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.